Okay, so I think we've reached a good number and now we can start. So a very, very good evening to all attending students of Vaze College. So my name is Akshat Kadam. We have about 30 minutes today. So I'll start with a quick introduction of myself and also share the presentation for today. Go. Okay. I hope that my screen is visible. If not, feel free to point it out in the chat. Okay, so before we actually get into the session, there's a quick introduction of myself. I graduated IIT Bombay, did my bachelor's and master's, and I have about a few years of experience working in AI as researcher plus in product development. And currently I'm heading Develearn Technologies, where our specialty is basically in three fields: data analytics, data science, come artificial intelligence, and also full stack development. So we work at the the state of the art, the pinpoint of IT and computer science, of at least what it means when you reach the industry. So today I hope to talk to you about what AI is all about, and even if you have never heard of AI or have no idea what's happening inside AI, this is the perfect session for you. I'll be showing you a little bit of what's going on in the industry, what I personally worked on, and also how you can get started on that. So this talk, we only have 30 minutes. It's not a lot of time. Also, I'm not very different from you in age. So I want to do this very casually. And I'll also use Hindi. When काफी सारा Hindi and English I'll mix it up. So I hope that I want you to feel comfortable and not get intimidated or hesitant with the level of what we are doing here. So take this up as a casual discussion and let's get into it. So the first 15 minutes, I'll show you a little bit of what's going on with AI. Of course, as youngsters, you might have seen a lot of this already, but in case some of you haven't, you will be surprised at what's happening over here in these areas. And then I will talk a little bit about what exactly happens inside these thoda sa, and what happens inside companies when they use AI, when they use machine learning. What do you mean by that? And how you as a student can get into it in the future. So I think we'll start with the first most obvious thing that all of us know when we talk about AI is ChatGPT. I'm sure everybody has at least heard of ChatGPT in the news, or maybe you might have used it, hopefully not in any of your assignments. But I'm sure you all understand. ChatGPT is currently the biggest achievement of all companies and industry when it comes to AI out there in the real world. So what we have done is we've reached a point where we can take any general work that we want and we can ask an AI, a machine, to do it for us, and it gives us that answer. It does that work for us. So that's where we've reached. Now that is still last year. What's happening now currently with ChatGPT is that further we have reached a point where companies have integrated ChatGPT with their products, so that what happens is that what the company's particular value is, the product that they are working on, such as I'm showing an example of a team management tool called Zapier. So this company has integrated ChatGPT to bring AI into its products. And now this company is now much more valuable. It can do so much more automatically just from itself. So what happens is that people now don't have to go outside of their app. And this work is going to go spread across so many companies. The Fortune 500 companies of the world are going to use this. बड़ी companies इसको लेके अपने products को और अच्छा बनाने वाली है, और तगड़ा बनाने वाली है. So इसमें क्या, what we are going to see is that every big company out there with a valuable product, at least a valuable internet product or IT product, इनको AI की जरूरत पड़ने वाली. They're going to use more and more AI अपने product को improve करने के लिए. So this is one example. But ChatGPT तो क्या है? That's text. I'm sure कि तुम में से किसी ने इसके लिए भी use किया होगा to generate images, to create something new, even as artists, those of you who are little artistically inclined. So there is this technology called DALL-E which came out. अभी 2 साल हो गए इसको. This is quite old. But I went to the online DALL-E website जो अभी भी है live. तुम लोग जाके गूगल करके you can try it out after this call. So what I did is that you currently all of you students are seeing an Indian taking an online webinar. So what I did is I tried to visualize what different people would look like taking an online webinar, and I asked Dali कि यार show me something बहुत ही मुझे कुछ मस्त दिखाओ ना का दिखाओ, like a French monarch पुराने 1800s 1700s के, what would they look like, and उसने visualize करके मुझे दे दिया. फिर मैंने ट्राई किया कि what would a samurai look like, और या फिर एक कोई टिबेट वाला मंक, कोई बुद्धिस्ट मंक इसको एक ऐसे वेबिनार ले रहा है, कैसे लगेंगे ये लोग. सो दिस इज समथिंग दैट किसी ने भी देयर इज नो इनपुट, देयर इज नो ह्यूमन इंटरवेंशन हियर, कंप्लीटली मशीन ने करके दिया है. एंड ये तो 2 साल पहले की क्वालिटी है. आई एम श्योर मेनी ऑफ यू माइट सी दिस एंड से कि काफियों को अच्छा भी लग रहा होगा, बट काफी माइट भी सेइंग कि अरे ये तो क्वालिटी इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, हम लोग तो बहुत अच्छा देखा है. दैट्स राइट, 2 साल पहले ऐसी थी. एंड नाउ व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इज दैट अभी यू कैन गिव मच मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स इनपुट और तुम्हें बहुत ही हाई क्वालिटी इमेजेस अभी आ सकती है. नाउ दिस पर्सन, ये जो फोटो हमें दिख रही है, दिस पर्सन डजंट रियली एग्जिस्ट. ये नोवेयर इज इन द वर्ल्ड, बट यू ऐसी फोटो लग रही है जैसे कि यू हैव टेकन इट फ्रॉम डीएसएलआर कैमरा. नाउ ऑफ कोर्स जिनके आंखें बहुत ही शार्प है, दे माइट से कि ओ इसका राइट हैंड देख के समझ आता है कि ओ दिस फोटो रियल नहीं है, थोड़ा फिंगर्स में प्रॉब्लम हो गई है, ये हो गई है. बट दैट्स द लास्ट शॉर्टकमिंग, थोड़ा थोड़ा विच एआई इज ओवरकमिंग इवन दैट. नाउ व्हाट कैन हैपन इज, नाउ मैंने क्या किया है, आई हैव आल्सो गिवन दिस बिग लंबा सा मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन दे दिया है कि मुझे ऐसा एक फोटो चाहिए. एंड आई गिव इट टू दिस न्यू सॉफ्टवेयर कॉल्ड मिड जर्नी, जो डाली का यू कैन से एक अगला एवोल्यूशन है. एंड उसने मुझे ऐसे क्वालिटी का फोटो वापस दिया. Now this does not look like it's AI generated at all. ऐसा लग रहा है कि कोई नेचुरल लाइट में कोई रियल जगह की फोटो ली गई है. बट दिस प्लेस डजंट एग्जिस्ट. इसके जगह जैसे दिखने वाली सम प्लेस might be there in the world, but this photo is created completely artificially. So this is the level that we have reached now with AI with respect to image generation. But this is फिर भी 2 साल पहले की बात है. Actually we are in a very fast growing and exponentially growing phase of AI, जिसमें almost हर साल, हर महीने, हर हफ्ते डेवलपमेंट्स हो रहे हैं. एंड 2021 का लेवल अगर वो था तो 2022 का लेवल और भी आगे आ गया है. नाउ दिस इज स्टिल लास्ट ईयर, बट सी व्हाट हैपेंस इज, नाउ आई एम श्योर कि आप में से बहुत लोग आई एम श्योर आई एट लीस्ट हर्ड ऑफ एनिमे, माइट वॉच सम एनिमे. So what happens is that a lot of research has come out, a lot of things have come out which can convert your real life photos into anime like drawings or animations even. Now I'm just going to show you a little 10-second clip and see how real time में you can see कि ये जो real person का hand है अपने webcam से लिया गया, the AI is converting it into an anime style. Of course FPS थोड़ा कम है, but it's converting it into a video. Now he crushed the bottle Red Bull की, and in the video the AI is doing the same thing. So this is the level that we are reaching fast. Now what is going to happen is that you will probably in the future, the way anime is currently created, you will not need hand-drawn animators to make every frame. If you didn't know, that's how anime is currently made, the ones that you watch on the internet and on TV. So AI is going to slowly take over this industry. And what will also happen is you can do this in the real world, in real life, using your smartphones, using your thing. Imagine what sort of reels can come out of this soon. So K level, this is still last year, and this is continuously improving year on year. So from text to images to video, now we are also going through to sound. I'm sure काफी लोगों ने, you might have not heard of this company called 11 Labs, but this company has taken sound AI, generative sound sampling, and it has helped you recreate popular voices or to do automatic dubbing. There are so many things that are possible now, and I'll just go to show you one example. I hope that this audio plays for you, but if it doesn't, it's fine. I'll be sharing this presentation with you after the call. So just listen, give this a listen.
To get these AI voices. So in this video, I will help and guide you on how to do this. Disclaimer real quick though, this will cost money, but only $1 for the first month and then $5 the rest. Now to get started, you want to go into your internet browser and search up 11 Labs. Then you...
Okay, I think that's enough. So in case you did not hear that, that voice was exactly like Donald Trump's. Now it's obvious that Donald Trump ko aise headphone pen ke is not going to be telling you how to install a software online. He's far that's not something he will do. But this it's now possible, and ye kaise possible hai? It's possible only through maybe 30 to 40 seconds of the original person's audio recordings. So tomorrow, if there is another actor at whose voice you want to replicate, it is now possible just with a small clip of their voice. You can now have them say anything that is there. Those of you that are currently active on Instagram, I'm sure you're starting to see reels where they are trying to dub famous voices, on the reels. Now, this is how it's happening because this sort of AI tech is slowly coming out to the general public. This software or this website that I've currently put up on the screen, 11 Labs, this is it's not free. It still costs thoda sa paisa, but it's open to the general public. Me as a layman, I can record somebody and I can have them say anything in the world. So it's not only is it very dangerous, but it's also quite amazing that you can do this now with AI. And we're currently at that level. Now, audio, text, video, sound, you can put all of this together. And I have one more example to show you. Now, this example is still quite old.
Big businesses and brands that suffered during the pandemic found their way back, but the smaller stores still suffer.
This lockdown has been a real tough phase of my life. I mean, I have seen bad days, but this was the worst.
Last year, we helped small businesses through Diwali. So this year, we decided to bring it back. Presenting not just a Cadbury ad. This Diwali, we helped hundreds of small businesses by making India's biggest brand ambassador be their brand ambassador.
इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास वाले फैशन नोवा एम्पोरियम से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना और फिर एम्पायर फुटवेयर नाम तो सुना होगा अपना स्टाइलिश चश्मा बगल वाले हेवन आई ऑप्टिशियन से ही लेना सिद्धि विनायक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से लेटेस्ट स्मार्टफोन खरीदकर धमाकेदार सेल्फी पोस्ट करना
क्या कर रहे हो मीठा लाए कि नहीं
लाया हो ना यार अपने पास वाले रोशन किराना से आप भी अपना मीठा वहीं से लेना
We used machine learning to recreate Shah Rukh Khan's face and voice to take the local store names in the ads.
इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास वाली चॉइस ऑफ फैशन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना पास वाले आजकल फैशन से ही रॉयल फैशन से ही एनके क्लॉथ्स से ही पास वाली लक्ष्मी कलेक्शन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना
So I think even if you didn't get the audio, that's perfectly fine. But you can watch this video. It's on YouTube. It's available for you. But that's the amazing part of this. What this company has done is that they have taken taken Shah Rukh Khan shooting only once. And what they did is they helped him say the name of any company, any kirana shop, any brand, any other service, so that that company, that shop can use this video and promote themselves. And they made it available for free. This is a Cadbury promotion that was done 2 years back. I don't know how many of you all have seen or remember it, but this was very impressive for the time. So regardless of what's happening, so this is currently what is possible. So you can put all of these things together, and now even if Shah Rukh Khan never said something, it will look almost realistic as if he did. So this is the level that companies are currently at. And to do this, let's take a look next at what exactly happens in this AI. So this is what you're seeing is the product side, the glamorous side of it. And what is the more, you can say, the more popular side of what AI can do for you. Now, of course, AI itna bhi glamorous nahi hota. A lot of it is data and churning. So we're going to look into that also a little bit now. But what all the examples I showed you, abhi tak, there were 2021, 2022, thoda sa. So of course there are developments this year also, but I wanted to show you these because they were quite big landmarks for their time. And this year what's happening has just been improvements on those. But something new is coming from here onwards is that Google is coming up with a way to give you a personal AI tutor or personal AI assistant. Of course, Some of you might say कि अरे Google Assistant तो है यार, मतलब is it like Siri or something? No, this is more specific to you as students. So Google is taking this large language model LLM. उसका it is the technology that powers ChatGPT. But what it does is you can take your notes or you can take your subject material, whatever you're studying, whether it's arts, commerce, science, and you feed it into this Google Tailwind project and or Notebook LM that they're calling it. And what it's going to do is it's going to help you understand and summarize all of your notes into something that you can cover up in very short. So when you copy your topper's notes, for something that is more easy to understand or something succinct. So that is what Google is going to do for you, and it will help you in revision before your exams. It can help you in if somebody has given you a big book, any teacher, you can summarize that into something that is small, and you can keep using it, and it will keep improving for you. And it's very personalized because it's linked to your Google account, Gmail account. So I think you as students can look forward to this in the coming months. Maybe it might take a year, but this is something that's very exciting. And I think that's it for the live examples
Let's
that we
talk about-
have. And let's look a little bit at exactly AI में होता क्या है. Now, I showed you all a lot of practical examples, a lot of live examples of what's happening out there. But exactly what is it? What is the terms? What technology में? What is the actual meaning of these words that I just used till now? So I'm sure आज तक you might have heard all of these terms like AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning. I think maybe deep learning word भी सुना होगा. But you might not have an idea कि यार ये इनका exact meaning क्या है या फिर इनका एक दूसरे के साथ में relationship क्या है. So it's actually quite simple. मेरे right में there is a small little Venn diagram type है, and it is the best way to understand this. आज के talk में there are only 2 to 3 things I want you to take away, and this is one of those 2-3 things. वो है कि AI in general is that broad field जिसमें ये सारे काम होते हैं, एंड मशीन लर्निंग में हम जब कुछ भी बोलते हैं वो AI के अंदर का एक टेक्निक है. इट इज अ टाइप ऑफ टेक्निक जो उसके अंदर है. देयर आर थिंग्स जो AI में पढ़ते हैं बट दे आर नॉट मशीन लर्निंग, एंड देन देयर आर द रिमेनिंग थिंग्स जो मशीन लर्निंग में आएंगे. वैसे ही डीप लर्निंग है जो फर्दर मशीन लर्निंग के अंदर का एक सबसेट है. तो ऑफ कोर्स जब मैं कहता हूँ डीप लर्निंग तो आई मीन AI ही. व्हेन आई से मशीन लर्निंग तो मेरा मतलब है AI, एंड व्हेन आई से डीप लर्निंग मेरा ये भी मतलब है मशीन लर्निंग. बट मशीन लर्निंग का एक बहुत ही एडवांस्ड वाला कॉन्सेप्ट है, बहुत ही एडवांस्ड टेक्निक. एंड ये सारे ऑल दीज प्रोडक्ट्स दैट यू हैव सीन, इनमें से 99%, ऑलमोस्ट 100% डीप लर्निंग से ही बने हैं. This level, this quality, or this amount, this type of product or solution is possible only through deep learning now. Machine learning is थोड़ा सा उसका एक level ancestor है, and AI you can say उस field का नाम है. So when I was a student, a very big thing happened is that there is this game Go करके, so extremely complex, and they had taught a machine to beat the world Go champion at this game. And तभी सबको लगा था खत्म, मतलब टर्मिनेटर्स अभी आएंगे. And it's been almost 20 years since that time. And what's happening now, the level that we have reached is we have reached ChatGPT, which is amazing. But now what this Go can do is, if you have ever heard of games like Dota or League of Legends, AI can now play complex games like that. It's not just turn-based games like chess or Go. So that's the evolution that we're slowly getting to. So realize this: AI, machine learning, deep learning. Okay, now traditional versus जो AI है, कुछ नहीं है. I'm sure some of you, many of you have written some program, कुछ तो function लिखा होगा, C में, C++ में, Python में, या फिर something. Now, what you do is, your traditional way of solving things is you take a code, you write something, you tell it strict उसको rules देते हो, you give it instructions, and it does जैसे बताया है वैसे करता है, right? AI भी वैसा है, but कैसा है कि you don't write the exact instructions. ये जो green डिब्बा and blue डिब्बा है, you don't know what's happening inside. Instead, you give it examples. Like a baby, you tell it कि सही गलत क्या होता है, and वो खुद समझ लेता है. You don't tell it कि इसमें से ये पार्ट सही है and ये पार्ट गलत है. You just tell it कि ये सही है, ये गलत है, and it automatically understands, okay, I got it. Then tomorrow you will show it something, कुछ अलग दिखाओगे उसको, and you tell him कि ये सही है या गलत, and it will tell you ये सही है या गलत. So that's how AI has been moving. ये एक तरीका है. What I showed you so far is all generating, जब AI अपने तरफ से बोलता है कि ये सही है. So this is just a core funda कि से we as people, हम students हैं, हम कल machine learning engineers होंगे. So what are we going to do? जब when we write AI में हम काम करेंगे, तो हमारे CPU के अंदर जो AI हम बना रहे हैं, जो machine बना रहे हैं, उस machine को we are basically teaching it something. That's why we call it machine learning. The machine is learning from us, but कैसे? Through examples. So of course थोड़ा सा मैंने यहाँ पे I've used some words here, but you're basically teaching the machine what is true and what is false. This is one of the methods. So think of this as the core funda. Of course ये supervised में आता है और बहुत तरीके सिखाने के लिए. You can teach a machine without even telling it कि इनमें से ये सही है या गलत है. तरीके बहुत है. So the field is very big. So but think of this as the most easy to understand method. Now इससे ज़्यादा मैं depth में नहीं जाऊँगा because that is not the objective of this talk, and we will be sitting here for hours otherwise. So I'll show you something. एक jump लेते हैं and I'll show you what people in companies or industries what activities they are doing. तो when we say machine learning या AI in companies, तो ये left पे जो what is written ना, all is big करके. So these are all the activities that happen in order almost. कि data लिया जाता है, a lot of work is done on it. Then they make an AI, उस पे they work on it, then they monitor it. उसको there is a lot of things that they do. But ना instead of ये ना, I can sit and explain this to you, but इसका कुछ मतलब नहीं है. I'll show you something that's more interesting or more easier for you. So this is one of my most favorite pyramids. I like to show this to help you easily understand where everybody lies in the pyramid, in the hierarchy of what happens in these companies. कि जब हम फ्रेशर बन के जाते हैं, जब हमारी प्रमोशन होती है, जब हम एक फील्ड में होते हैं वर्सेस दूसरे फील्ड में, तो क्या चल रहा है. सो कंपनीज जो भी है, आई एम श्योर ये सब बाद में यू रीड दिस, आई एम नॉट हियर टू रीड इट फॉर यू, बट यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. दिस इज द अदर बिग थिंग आई वांट यू टू टेक अवे फ्रॉम दिस टॉक, है कि कंपनी खड़ी है सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर्स के बल पे. Its data, its website, its products are all working because of software engineers. The data that these products, their websites are giving the company, the data engineer is responsible for cataloging it. उसको अच्छे से सजा धजा के रखना, ताकि उस पे कौन काम करेगा, एनालिस्ट या फिर मशीन लर्निंग इंजीनियर. एंड फाइनली मतलब योर एनालिस्ट एंड मशीन लर्निंग इंजीनियर, ये जो डेटा आता है कंपनी में, इस पे काम करके दे विल टेल एग्जीक्यूटिव्स या मैनेजमेंट को बोलेंगे हमें ये करना चाहिए, वो करना चाहिए, या फिर आप प्रोडक्ट को ऐसे बदलो, वैसे बदलो, और फिर कंपनी के प्रॉफिट्स ऐसे होंगे, वैसे होंगे. सो दिस इज फाइनली यही फंडा होता है. दिस दैट्स ऑल देयर इज. एंड जो एकदम टिपी टॉप पे है ना, यहाँ पे एआई और डीप लर्निंग का इस्तेमाल होता है. सो जैसे एआई और डीप लर्निंग के बिना कंपनी खड़ी होगी, बट सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर के बिना कंपनी खड़ी ही नहीं हो सकती. So realize that. So if that's what you want to do, it's a very, very good stream for you as students also to get into. But if you want to work, थोड़ा ऊपर काम करना है, मुझे एनालिस्ट में काम करना है, मशीन लर्निंग में जाना है, मुझे एकदम ऊपर बैठ के सबसे अच्छी वाली सैलरी लेनी है, एआई में काम करना है. So you need to realize कि मुझे ये लैडर के ऊपर चढ़ना पड़ेगा. Of course, there are ways to start only at the middle of the pyramid. So that's what here is basically I am showing you this pyramid to help you understand this. कि अगर हमें we want to be in this part of this pyramid, and that is exactly what we here at Develearn are specializing in training and placing our students in. Of course, we also specialize in training and placing at the bottom, and of course ऐसा नहीं कि तुम bottom में हो तो तुम कमाओगे नहीं, यहाँ पे भी बहुत है कमाने को. But what happens is that your importance or your criticality changes as your roles are different in the company. But इधर actually होता क्या है, मतलब if I'm working, मैं समझो इधर बीच में काम कर रहा हूँ, तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ exactly? So the 4 ही skills है, okay? So कुछ high फंडा नहीं है. Finally, only 4 skills are needed from you, and वो है एनालिटिक्स, डोमेन नॉलेज, प्रोग्रामिंग और कम्युनिकेशन. बस ये 4 चीजें हैं और कुछ जरूरत नहीं है. Of course, you can keep expanding, but you know these four things, you can be a data analyst and you can keep climbing up from that point. So what I'm showing you here is मैं तुम्हें real job description दिखा रहा हूँ. I think ये naukri.com से लिया है and ये Amazon की है, Salesforce की है. So they are hiring at a very very high level. So whatever इन्होंने जो English लिखी है, okay, it looks very impressive, बहुत ही complex लगता है. But finally, जब when you read this, okay, तो ये जो कहने का मतलब है, it's coming down to these four things only. जब वो पूछते हैं कि presenting written recommendation and insights to stakeholders, वो क्या कह रहे हैं? PPT बनाओ भाई हमारे. So you have to communicate. या फिर when they say कि deep dive into massive data sets to answer something, basically क्या बोल रहे हैं? Excel, SQL और Python तुम्हें आना चाहिए, तो तुम्हें programming आनी चाहिए. This is हर every possible job description नीचे भी ऐसे ही होता है. So you will see कल जाके even for those who are in your final year, okay, go to Internshala, go to LinkedIn, go to naukri.com, go to Indeed and see these job roles. You will realize when you think इस lens से जब तुम देखोगे ना, you will realize कि अरे ये तो ये चार चीजें ही मांग रहे हैं. So that's how you know कि these are the skills I need to aim for and these are the skills that we are targeting. Okay, and you will also think कि इसमें jobs के scope है क्या? What is the scope for me? Okay, scope तो बहुत है because ये scope बढ़ते ही जा रहा है over the last 10 plus years now. Now we have been tracking the numbers from 2012 and तब से it has become 10x, 20x. मतलब जितने jobs जो 500 के नीचे थे openings, वो अभी 1500, 2000 के ऊपर आ गए हैं in as of this year and they are still growing. Okay, and सबसे best part ये है कि because data analytics, okay, relatively अभी नई field है, okay, so they don't need people of, there aren't many people of big, large or big experience here. अगर field ही 5 साल की है, तो तुम्हें क्या 10 years experience वाला कोई मिल सकता है क्या? You cannot get. इसलिए, so of course data analytics अभी थोड़े, it's been on for more than 5 years, but that's why there is a lot of scope for freshers to grow in this field. And अगर तुम्हें जाना है इस फील्ड में, तो सबसे ज्यादा सबसे क्रूशल मेरे स्किल्स क्या है, जो सबसे राइट में रिटन डाउन, पाइथन, आर, एक्सेल, एसक्यूएल और पावर बीआई जैसी चीजें. सो ऑफ कोर्स मैंने अभी 5-6 कुछ तो जार्गन जैसे वर्ड्स यूज किए, बट फाइनली यही टेक्नोलॉजीज है विच विल गोइंग टू पावर यू टू गेट इनटू दिस फील्ड. एंड जो शुरुआत में whatever I showed you, it is possible when you take these skills and इनको तुम एक extreme पे लेके जाओगे. So of course we'll get into that also. So if you want to get into it, we have just we've reached the time that we have today. So I want to tell you all of you guys key what is the next thing that you can do. So we at Develearn, we have associated with Vaze College and we are starting a lot of courses and workshops in association with the skill development center of the college and finishing school that you have. And we will be bringing a lot of programs to you. So we are currently located in Matunga and Thane. And I think for those of you who come to Mulund for college, Thane will be much more closer to you. So we have proposed that we will be doing a lot of free workshops, short-term courses, crash courses, for new students. It will be made available to you, the timings or when it is conducted. You can come to our centers and you can learn from our faculty, interact with our students who are learning this. You will get guidance, you will get a lot of knowledge, and you can come back with an exact idea as to what I need to do, get into this field. Okay, I want to get into it now, or I want to get into it after some time. I want to follow this career path. So we will be giving you that level of guidance and knowledge. So this was short and sweet, but if you found this helpful, I highly recommend that you fill the Google form that is also shared in the chat of this meeting, and we will try to have this form link forwarded over to your college WhatsApp groups or to your departments. So please give it a look, quickly fill it up. It will let us know that you're interested in doing these workshops so that we will know when we can conduct them. So these workshops will be they will teach you, get you kick-started on Python. I'm sure those of you who know that can get the more interesting ones will be in business intelligence tools, BI tools or Power BI. This is the part that even working professionals are currently coming over to our offices to learn. So we hope that you will come and you will take complete advantage of the joint courses that we are conducting with the college. Yes. Okay, so that's it. And I hope that you had some takeaways from this. I think we can take, do we have any questions? Would anybody like to drop any questions in the chat? Okay, I think maybe we are good. All right, if anybody would like to say anything or any comments, you can feel free. It's an open space now. Yeah. Sure. Yes. Okay. We've had some questions in the chat. Okay, one interesting question was, does robotics come under machine learning? Yes and no. So the yes is because the no is because robotics is more related to control systems. So, if you're into mechanical engineering, the part where you actually connect the robot's arms and legs, the physical part of it, and that helps you control it. That is not strictly machine learning, but the control system, the software that gets the robot to move its arms and legs, that is 100% into machine learning. So there is a field inside mechanical engineering called control systems that helps you control things. So big machinery, small machinery, whatever it is, the core funda that goes inside them is control systems. And with machine learning, you can have control systems also learn कि without humans telling you कि go here, go there, the control system खुद से ही कर रहा है. It's working on its own. And if you want to know which company is doing exactly this and which company is at the top of this, and that company is called Boston Dynamics. I'm sure YouTube pe jana, just put Boston Dynamics and you will see dancing robots, dancing robot dogs, and the robots are dancing better than I ever will in my life. So just realize that this is the level that robotics has come to with that. Okay. Yeah, another student has asked us whether the session will be available on YouTube. Okay, we will make a recording available for you, and we will send a link over to the WhatsApp groups that you have available inside. Yeah. Okay, some questions. One question we've received is if AI is based on manual inputs and examples, so it's easily manipulative. So this is a complex question again. So AI, first of all, okay, just to clarify, AI is not based on manual input. When I say not based is कि जब AI actually काम कर रहा है in the real world, तभी manual input नहीं है. तभी it is, you are completely away from it. मतलब it is working on its own. When you're training the AI, तभी it is manual input. So if you want to manipulate it, you can manipulate it in the training, and it will behave manipulated or biased when it is out there in the real world. So if you have some face recognition, कोई software है, कोई बैठा नहीं है, whenever I scan my face, कि अरे this is matching or this is not matching, the AI is doing it by itself. But if I want to manipulate it, I can manipulate it while I'm training the thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we will make the session available on YouTube for all the students. So please don't worry. And okay, we'll close the session with one last question. Is AI harmful or useful for civilization? So I'll leave you with this explanation, or rather this anecdote. When the car was first invented, people were shouting कि this is the end of horses. Horses का तो खत्म है. Horse industry खत्म है. But खत्म है क्या? No, horses are fine. In fact, horses are happy today. Right. So, of course, maybe there are less horses than there might have been in the past. But today, horses are used for different things than just for riding. So I want you to think of it that way. Okay. So when AI comes, AI is not necessarily going to replace your job. It is going to replace the rubbish work that we have been doing as people all this time. And what will that mean is that we as people can get to do better things in our life. Okay. So when AI comes and it will take away data entry jobs, we don't have to be scared that data entry jobs are gone. Okay, we can be happy that the rubbish work of data entry is gone and we can focus on more important things. Yeah. Okay, so a lot of questions are coming as to what level of destruction or a lot of doomsday scenarios are happening. See, there is the ways that it can go wrong are very different, and you have to be careful in different ways. So AI safety is definitely something that we have to be careful about. But AI safety, what we think when we say AI safety is very different from what it actually we need to do there. So yeah, you are right that you've rightly stated that somebody took an AI video of Tom Hanks and they started impersonating him. So correct, there has to be laws, there has to be legislation for it. So, but again, that comes under how governments are handling it, or how businesses are going to be, how the governments are going to protect the public. So again, that's all very different. Yeah, and it's a little bit out of the scope, but we can have these discussions if we ever get to discuss, if you're coming down to the office. Okay, yeah. Okay, last is, okay, I'll just take one last question because this is little important. Is it a good option to opt for it if I am in commerce? Yes, it's perfectly fine. We have trained students who have done BA and they are working as data scientists today. So it's perfectly fine. What happens is, in fact, if you are in commerce, you may not get into things like deep learning, but analytics is 110% going to be necessary for you, not important. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि sure, you will land a job without it, but you will not grow without it. But if you have done commerce, plus you understand data analytics, your start is going to be amazing. So that's what I need you to understand. Of course, you'll get a better idea of this when you join our workshops. So the feedback and registration link is in the top of this chat. Please just find it, or we'll share it again with you on your groups. Just fill it up so we know who is interested and we can ensure that you attend the session. Okay. All right. I hope everyone took away something from this. And yes, there are a lot of career options. I think we'll stop the questions here. Yeah. So hope that you have a good evening, and I hope to see you all again in our future sessions. Okay, thank you. Thank you. We'll be closing the meeting now.